Hello, this is ZDs. Welcome back to another Mario Maker 2 video, clearing my Uncleared 2022 levels. Before we start, I'll ask you for likes, comments, subscriptions, please. We will start with a 3D World level. This was actually the third 3D World level I tried. The randomizer kept giving me these speed runs with loads of sound effects. Like every coin would have the cat slap. Both of them had that. Coin trails with cat slaps on them all the time. They were so annoying. The first one was super hard. I think the second one was doable, but it's like, yeah, screw this. I'm not gonna do it. So it gave me this one, and this one was easy as hell. You'll see that he gave me a copter, and I'm like, well, gotta dodge these Goomba masks. It turns out you can just take damage, so who cares? There's no clear condition. So yeah, I took the damage. This one was unclear just because no one had played it. I mean, it had like maybe 18 tries. I think I literally one-shot this, give it the 19th try, and I win. But it gives you plenty of power-ups, a lot of masks that are pretty. You can lose them for the most part, and it's fine. There are two doors here, and it could have been a pick a door situation. So I wouldn't like this level. It's kind of garbagey. It's not bad, but it's kind of garbagey. But I didn't bother looking to see if that other door was a pick a path killed you or not. So it may have, or maybe it will send you somewhere near the bottom of the flag. I'm not sure. But yeah, I can't like it. And even if it weren't a pick a, even if there were no pick a path, I still wouldn't have liked it because it wasn't a very good level. But it was not that bad. Yeah, very easy level. We're still getting some. I guess there's fewer than 25,000 left, so there's still a lot left of 2022 levels. The second level, Super Mario World, sucks. It's a troll level, basically. Just a lot of garbage. We're gonna watch in real time as I figure out this first part. There are munchers that drop down on springs under the lava, which you can't see, the poison sludge. I don't know what you call it. Yeah, forest at night has the equivalent of lava. The water is slime. And you can get over these munchers, but then there are fire bars, and you have to get between there without dying, and it's really hard. If you jump past these guys, it's easy to get hit by that fire bar. It's very hard to avoid both. Munchers, obviously, their hitboxes are insane. So yeah, I mean, I booted at first. I could tell it was a troll level just by how it worked, but well worth a boo. And then you get past them, and then this. So yeah, it's like, dang it, this is just garbage. Very hard to get through there. Yeah, if you just run and jump it, you can generally get past it. I don't know if there are, you see skewers under the lava. I did know that. had looked at this point, just to make sure there weren't any hidden power-ups. So I kind of knew it was coming at this point. There's nothing. Actually, the subworld is not as trolly. It's still very garbagey. But it's not as trolly. You see that up front there are some burners under the lava, so you can't see those. There's actually 2 layers of them, and I forgot. I guess I didn't realize it, so I thought I had time to back up. I wasn't paying close enough attention. So you can't back up. Very odd setup here with the cannon and the POW rising out of the water. I'm not sure what that's all about. You can get this guy down here, and he'll blow a hole through the wall. And I think what you're supposed to do is jump between that bridge and that platform, which is possible, but it's going to be very tough. And I'm thinking at this point already, I'm like, what if I got that? Could I get that POW? If I could get that POW, I could just jump over this. So I go back and get the POW, because that jump between that bridge and that platform is going to be very hard to do. It's possible, but it's not easy. So I'm going to try it. I know there are other POWs actually to the left of this POW, but if I time that perfectly, maybe it would work. When I get back there, I actually figure something. It's very weird. So I'm holding the run button, and I just grab it, and I didn't realize. I guess when it goes under, it kind of, gets down there, and I'm like, okay, over the top seems like the easiest way, and I can POW drop infinitely, but I do it in the first try, which is pretty amazing. I'm not that good at that, and I haven't done it for a long time. The rest of the level is pretty simple. These are falling icicles, so we just have to keep moving. Snake block that does go under the lava, and you have to kind of jump and predict where it's going to be. But I took a look at it. You might see me pause here in a second, but or maybe not. Maybe I was just looking at it. Yeah, you can just jump on those icicles, and then the snake block will eventually make it here. So I speed it up a little bit for a few seconds. Yeah, snake block, very slow snake block. If it gave me a faster one, it'd probably be better. So yeah, you just jump on those icicles, you go across, and that's the end of the level. Stupid level, garbage, not fun, just annoying. It was all about that first section. That was the only thing that was tough. So it took me quite a few lives to get through this, but yeah, I almost always died right at the beginning. Once I got that down, it wasn't very hard. I think this only took me like 10 minutes. It wasn't very long. Onto the Super Mario Bros. 3 level. This one is not that bad either. Honestly, I can't even remember the last video where I only had 1 out of 5 boos. That doesn't happen. The next 2 levels aren't bad either, but this one is not good. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of garbagey, but it's not bad. It's not overly spammy. There's a lot of stuff, but it's not too much stuff. I did boo those 2 Super Mario 3D World levels too with the sound effects. Those are horrible. Yeah, this is a fairly so you see there is a bit of spam here with the Bowser fire, but Super Mario Bros. 3 Bowser, I've seen it a few times recently. One of the worst bosses in the game, if not the worst. They're trapped behind walls, so it's just to get some fire out there, which is a little randomized, so it's kind of annoying. He gives me a spring for no really good reason, but I do have it for a second. I always want to pull off some sweet cheese with the spring like I did with the POW on the previous level. But there's nothing. You could probably get it up here, but it's not easy. It's not worth it. So yeah, I almost die here trying to get away from this Koopa, so I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother with that Koopa. We'll avoid him. Let him live his life. We gotta be careful of the Bowser fire. We gotta get up here. But yeah, I mean, it's spammy, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's pretty easy to see where that Bowser fire is. Sometimes it could be not in this room, but in other rooms it could be coming from both directions, which is kind of scary. He could have killed me right there pretty easily. And he's got a checkpoint, and I always appreciate that. There is a mushroom. I did not notice that mushroom at first. If you don't get it right away, it's gone. But you know, if we die, we'll get it the next time. Not too bad. Actually, like, I don't know how effective the mushroom's gonna be here anyway, because there's a lot of stuff to dodge, and being big isn't gonna help me that much. Probably can't jump over those 2 in that space, so I'll let him go past. You see, he barely misses me, but I know the hitbox is enough where I know he's not gonna hit me. Yeah, see, it's starting to get a lot of stuff, but just not too much. And then here's a room where you have to collect red coins. It's got ghosts and fireballs. I missed that Podoboo entirely. I totally didn't even see it before I jumped. So we'll go back there. This room is actually very easy. You know, if I were criticizing it, I would say this room could be taken out. I don't know. It's not a long level. It's not too long. But this room is maybe too boring, I guess. I don't know. I'd hate to tell him to put more stuff in it, because he would put stuff in it that sucks. Yeah, you just get the key, go in the key door. Boom Boom. In the next room, there's a Boom Boom fight. You don't have to fight him, and I make that mistake. I assume he's got a key, but the next time I'll just skip him. Like, I wanted to kill him this next life, but it's like, yeah, he got bounced up, and I didn't even notice it, and I got killed. I'm like, maybe I should just avoid that guy and go on, and if I need to fight him, we'll do it on the next try. Yeah, I can't believe that shell didn't even hit that guy. I don't know where it went. I see him coming. I'm just going. I'm just running at this point. Gives me a POW. I assume that there's a mushroom in that one block over there. I use the POW to kill these bosses, though. And then I'm kind of screwed, because you have to kill that thwomp to get that that question block. This question block, though, contains a star, so I'm like, well, I'm running. It does get really garbagey near the end, but he expects you to have that star, so that's fine. And hey, if I hadn't gotten 1-ups already, that would have given me 3 1-ups if I got this in endless. So honestly, it's not that bad of a level. I certainly can't like it because it's not a good level either, but it's fine. Yeah, it wasn't malicious, which is, you know, nice. It's rare to see Japanese levels that aren't just mean. So the last 2 levels are actually by the same creator. The final level is the one I played first, and I really liked it, so I went to this one. And this one, he only created 2 levels ever, and they were both Uncleared 2022 levels. The first one, which will be the last one in this video, the first one I played, I loved. It's one of the best levels I've seen in a while. And it's a precision level, and I don't even like precision levels. This level was the first level he ever created, and it's called My First Level, or whatever. Starts off, and I thought this was going to be another excellent level. It's also a precision level. Even the second half of this is a precision level, but I don't like the second half at all. I jumped a little too far there. You want to avoid those springs or you're going to get killed. This one is... The concept is the level there's multiple setups, and they get a little harder every time, which is a pretty common concept. But this one has some really good stuff in it, I think. At least the first 2 sections. And then we get a checkpoint, and then we get a 3rd section, and the level falls apart, unfortunately. But I really do like the first half of this level, and I don't boo it. But the second half is, especially the final bit, is so bad. I'm not happy about it. Want to cheese this, obviously. He doesn't let me. He does prevent the cheese. Yeah, this guy only made 2 levels ever. No one played him. No one beat him. I think none of them had over like 20 tries. Very unfortunate. The second level, the level I really liked, which we'll see next, is a precision level. And if people like precision levels, it's a great one. I'm not a big fan of precision levels, and I don't usually like even the good ones. And this one it was difficult, but it was actually like exciting and fun to play, which I generally don't find precision levels super fun or exciting. I usually just hate them, but it does have the issue where you get to there's up to a certain point the level is pretty easy, and then you die at the hard part and you have to play all the easy stuff over and over again. They could have maybe used a checkpoint, but that's okay. It's not that bad. It's pretty short. I died. I had a hard time with this jump, but I actually have the right idea the first time I try it. But I just don't make it far enough. I think we just cut right back there. No, we do at least this part again. I like this section. That's tough, but fair. This part is much more difficult, but only for this last jump. And yeah, I had the right idea. I just wasn't far enough. He almost fell down the pit. I got this far. I'm gonna get the coin. I got the coin in the first section too. And then there's a checkpoint, and the second half of the level is 3 different boom boom fights. The first one is super easy. It's just a normal boom boom fight, no problem here. So every time we die, we have to do that again, but it's very easy. I probably did die once or twice. He does have the top part blocked off with coins, nothing up there anyway. The second one, it's a flying boom boom, and he had saws. And it took me a minute to figure out a good strategy for this, but it's actually very easy once you get the strategy. The third one I never got a good strategy for. I hit him twice right away. The problem is that he'll bounce you. If you bounce off of him, he'll bounce you right up into the saws, which I didn't die that way there, but I probably died like 5 or 6 times on this guy before I figured out a good way. The good way to do it is just to duck right in the middle, because he always goes the same route. It's because of this little room that he has set up. He always goes to the very corner of the room and then he flies right down in the middle. So it's very easy just to, you stay right in the middle, you don't move, and then there's no chance of hitting those saws. And you have enough room when you hit him to get out of the way. Now the third room has no blocks. And Boom Boom is bouncing on no blocks and you're bouncing on no blocks, and it's so hard. And I think I only show like a couple of tries of this. But this one took me forever. Maybe 3 tries. There is a mushroom. It comes down too slow, but God, I couldn't keep that. Look at this one. I just got stuck under him, which is weird because he doesn't actually. You don't bounce off of Boom Boom. You should be able to go through him. I would think I was just kind of stuck on the no blocks. Yeah, this is the final try. I lose the mushroom right away, but it gives me a chance to get him. I almost just have to get lucky. Maybe there's a good way to do this, but it's really hard. You obviously want to hit him when he's low, or else you bounce into those saws. But that's a level, and that first half of it was pretty good. I wanted to give it a heart, but I can't do it with that second half. That third Boom Boom fight, I probably did it like 20 different times, which means I had to go through the first 2 easy Boom Booms 20 different times. Plus all the times I died on them, so, you know, 30 or 40 times. Probably 30. I probably only took me 10. I probably lost 10 lives on the first 2 Boom Booms. So out of the level that this guy, same guy made that I really like I said, I don't like precision levels. Not a very big fan of them. This one is Super Mario Brothers 1. This one is about low jumping, I guess. This one has it's like a one room, you know, challenge. This one it's really good about coming up with challenges and then making them a little harder as it goes on. It's like the same exact jumps, but it's a little bit harder. And just the design is really cool. I really like this. So yeah, I thought you might have to have a running jump to get past this, and then I realized that you don't actually need the running jump. But I can jump top speed at, I can hit the ceiling, that's fine. Gotta watch out for here, you can do a nice little duck jump, very easy. Same thing here. And I'll kind of point to this, I'm gonna have to run around, and the easiest way to get over this spike is to do it at a run. I don't even know if I get past it not running. But in the future, we'll just take that as an entire arc. We'll actually watch a full clear of this one because it's pretty short. Getting in this little gap is not easy, but there's no real dangers, so I have plenty of time to dick around. There is a kind of tight timer on this. It's not super tight though, but you can't, you can't fart around too much. Just watch out for the burners. It's not that hard to avoid. They're pretty easily timed. And like I said, the timer is not tight enough where you have to really worry about waiting for them. This is the jump that I had the most problems figuring out. I thought I had to do this at a run too, but that's hard. I'll show a couple of tries on this. I don't remember exactly how fast I actually figured it out. Yeah, I wanted to run at it, and that's not the solution. And if you jump too high, you hit that top one. What you really want to do is wait till the burner's off. You kind of scooch out here, and then you do a normal jump. And then you don't go too high. You don't want to be running at all. Running that way is going to kill you. You don't want to hit that spike on the right. This spike is not too easy to... So we want to fall down, hold on the left, take our time, but we want to get up there before that burner goes off or we're screwed. So there's a bit of a timer right there. We'll do a little jump here. We're going to do it kind of like we did on the left side. We're going to inch off so we're just on the edge, and then we're going to do a small jump. That's a tough one, but I didn't die that many times there because I'd already done it a few times. This one is, we've done this jump too, but the problem is if we miss, it's very easy to hit that spike on the right because you're kind of holding right because you want to get in here. That's why we died there. I think this is where I show the whole run. I did die on one more jump later on, but We're not gonna watch this. Yeah, the whole run. Quick jump, run, jump. That's the best way to do that. I did that in one shot there, the little jump. That didn't always happen. Yeah, I got pretty good at this. It trained me as I went on. I was able to do it. Definitely not my favorite kind of level, but I really do like this one. Scooch out here. Jump up. Gotta take a running jump. We'll wait for that to turn off. We'll inch down here. We're actually going to wait again because we didn't get down there enough. If we go too far, we're going to get bounced back. We don't want that. Get right through the gap. Get up there. We can fall down here pretty safely. We'll wait. We probably could have went, but we'll wait. We have time. Little jump. Little jump. Wait on this one too. Judge it. Well, this jump I died on at least once. Running jump, but once you get the star, it's pretty easy to get through this without running out of time. And then he gives me a chance for the top, but I'm like, I'm not gonna, as long as I'm gaining progress here, I am not gonna jump. I don't know what that momentum is gonna do with me. I'm gaining room, I'm gaining space, so I'm just gonna keep running. and I get the one-ups from down there for hitting the flag, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, great level. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, again, please like, comment, subscribe. I will see you next time. Thanks so much. Oh yeah, I tried to write, I dislike, it wouldn't let me write that for some reason. Said I hate precision, but I like this level. I dislike it, it wouldn't let me do it. So I'm like, oh, so tough. That's as good as I could do.